2007 appearance of Scarcella on the Dr. Phil show, discussing the psychology of false confessions.
Are there rules when it comes to homicides? No, there are none. I will do whatever I have to do within the law to get a confession.
Dark days for New York City in the late 1980s as crack cocaine ravaged Brooklyn communities. Samuel "Baby Sam" Edmondson was considered one of the most notorious drug kingpins in Brownsville, East New York, and Bed-Stuy. The Brooklyn DA's office says he ordered or directly participated in a staggering number of violent acts. 30 years after he was sent to prison for 2 murders and running a criminal enterprise, tonight Baby Sam is fighting for his freedom and to have his conviction overturned. A Brooklyn judge granted Edmondson a new hearing. Testimony begins Wednesday morning. Edmondson's attorney tells Pix 11 News a key witness who helped send Edmondson to prison will come forward and recant their story. Edmondson's attorney also believes the investigation into his client was compromised because it was led by retired detective Louis Scarcella. Scarcella was once a leading homicide detective in Brooklyn, but his investigative tactics have come into question after Scarcella was accused of framing dozens of innocent men. In recent years, 15 of the convictions he helped secure were overturned. Scarcella was in court ahead of tomorrow's hearing, and we asked the retired detective, "Do you stand by your work in this case, detective?"
Absolutely.
Again, Scarcella said he absolutely stands by his work in the case. We just received a statement from the Brooklyn DA's office. They said, "We are confident that this defendant, a notorious leader of a violent gang who was convicted of 2 murders, attempted murder, and enterprise corruption, is guilty, and that the 60 witnesses who testified at trial established his guilt. We will continue to stand by his rightful conviction in court." NYPD investigator known for solving difficult homicide cases when the city's murder rate was its highest. Today, retired NYPD detective Louis Scarcella was in a Brooklyn courtroom defending his police work. Scarcella told Pix 11 News this week he stands by the 1989 arrest of Samuel "Baby Sam" Edmondson.
Absolutely.
According to the Brooklyn DA's office, Baby Sam was the head of a violent, multi-million-dollar drug ring that sold crack from Bed-Stuy to Brownsville. Baby Sam was convicted in 1990 for 2 murders and for running a criminal enterprise. But today, Keith Christmas, one of the original witnesses who helped send Baby Sam to prison, said he only testified against Baby Sam 30 years ago because he was pressured to do so by Detective Scarcella, now saying, quote, "I was completely under coercion and duress." Christmas said he never saw Baby Sam commit murder, and he lied under oath in 1990 after Detective Scarcella and his partner promised Christmas a reduced sentence in his own case. In court today, Detective Scarcella denied any wrongdoing in the Baby Sam investigation.
Put my son in jail for 23 years.
Former NYPD detective Louis Scarcella confronted outside a Brooklyn courtroom moments after he took the stand to defend his police work. Scarcella cracked numerous murder cases in the 80s and 90s, but his techniques have been questioned. 3 convictions were thrown out, and prosecutors are reviewing dozens of others. One of those cases involves Rashawn Hargrave. He was convicted of murdering a corrections officer in Crown Heights back in 1991.
Do you have a memory of arresting my client? No.
Hargrave's attorney pressed Scarcella today.
Did you respond to the crime scene in this case?
I don't remember. It was 22 years ago, sir.
Scarcella emphatically denied being lead detective in the Hargrave case and stands by his police work.
Take it easy, take it easy, take it easy. Come on.
Outside the courtroom, 2 men who Scarcella put away, who have recently been released, wanted answers.
Now you know for something I ain't do.
I'm just hoping that the justice system do what's right
Kevin Smith served 27 years before his release, and Derek Hamilton served 21 years. They came to support Hargrave's family.
You know, it hurts to see a mother, a sister, and a family suffer for something that the man may not have done.
Hargrave's mother was overcome by emotion. She was rushed to the hospital as his sister spoke with News 4 about seeing Scarcella on the stand.
This man don't remember nothing. My brother been sitting in jail for 23 years.